then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come.
Et j'ai envie de dormir.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Pourquoi?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
J'examine l'oreiller.
Synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat and grease.
J'examine la couverture.
Covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. A bit tense in the muscles. Relax.
Je me retourne.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Il a tué qui?
Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
Hâte de penser, c'est l'heure de dormir.
Breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Oh shit. Oh shit, le trip. Le trip est total. Alors, je peux aller là-bas? Ah non. Un cadavre disco? Ah oui, et pas n'importe quel cadavre disco, bordel de merde. Sacrée ambiance.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
Bienvenue dans un hôpital où les gens se rendent généralement pour mourir.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Moi, ce qui se passe, je ne répondrai pas avant de savoir qui tu es.
You know who I...
Tu as compris le twist?
I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her. And then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
Abandonné.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
Je ne veux pas revenir.
They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
Qu'est-ce qu'Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
J'ai déjà parlé avant.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. and the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
On va revenir.
You're not coming back from shit, thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
C'est de résoudre cette affaire.
Trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
C'est quoi? Non.
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head, like clockwork, barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Wow. Je vais me recoucher. Je vais vraiment me recoucher.
Good going, buddy.
C'est donc ça ce qui passera lorsque je fermerai les yeux à présent.
Yes. Wait till you see the one with the chick in it. It's gonna be a good one. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
Qu'est-ce qui tourne pas rond chez moi?
I mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Qu'est-ce qui m'arrive?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
M'en faut plus. Détecter c'est ma vie.
Of course. Martinez is speed central. You just gotta poke around. Follow your nose. You and Speed will be happy again. You will make her come home. This time, it will be different.
Nickel. Je pense que ça mérite de reprendre un petit peu de ça d'ailleurs. Hop là! Nickel. Voilà au réveil, instant. Nickel. Hop Kim. Ok Kim.
The door is closed.
Ouais, je vais peut-être pas refrapper encore. Donc on doit parler au vieux monsieur. Oh putain, c'est vrai qu'il y a eux. Problème. Mon petit Kim. Bonjour.
Morning.
Un petit signe de tête.
I've got some good news. I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't...
Ah oui, bah j'ai vu, j'ai pas pu y aller. Je sais pas si j'étais prêt à le laisser partir.
Well, he's in processing now. We have other matters to attend to.
Oh well. We'll get the armored boots in another life.
Oui, mes bottes. Deg.
The Union muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them.
Les types dont Garth nous a parlé hier.
Completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
Quoi devons-nous leur parler?
To the dock workers union, the belt used for hanging him, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information. Which may, of course, all be wrong, but we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
Eh bien, allons-y.
Before we do, we don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own
D'accord.
terms.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Et madame.
Just a moment.
Le patron du café.
Agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
Elle est agitée.
There's no public phones nearby.
Que nenni. Femme du cryptozoologue.
Phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
Le patron du café semble vraiment désolé.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad
Bonjour,
you're
madame.
fine, dear.
Tout va bien?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
Dramatique.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
C'est quoi le problème avec la ligne téléphonique?
The manager was vague about it.
Prends ses sourcils.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later.
Je vais lui demander pourquoi vous voulez passer un coup de fil.
The young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Elle baisse les yeux. Bon, admettons. Est-ce que c'est la première fois que votre mari disparaît?
It's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
Je vois.
Breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
But you have more important things to worry about.
Même parler de cette expédition à laquelle participait votre mari?
Field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The waterlock, that was broken. Could this be it?
Seconde, qui est Gary? Vous lui faites confiance?
Sweetie, it's nothing like that.
Oui.
Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life.
Ok, ça ne veut rien dire, mais ok. L'écluse qui permettait de rejoindre l'autre côté de la côte ne fonctionnait plus. Ils sont probablement coincés là-bas.
My, what happened to the waterlock?
On n'a pas la moindre idée.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Madame.
If you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
Madame. Si je le vois, je lui ferai savoir que vous êtes ici, quand et si je me rends sur la place.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Parle-moi de cet insecte rare que recherche votre mari.
Sweetie, it's fascinating.
Oh.
I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Non, non, je veux que vous me parliez de l'insecte.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but Where
Pote.
other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
Regarde dans les yeux et hoche la tête pensive.
There's a touch of awe in the way she enunciated the creature's name.
To be honest, this animal sounds like a cryptid. You wouldn't happen to be searching for some kind of gnome of Jeroma, would you?
I smell pseudoscience, he's thinking. Not a big fan of that.
It's simply elusive. So much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
Establishment. I thought so.
Il est précieux?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Est-ce qu'il a des pouvoirs super cool?
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years, centuries even.
That's not special at all. Of course it blends in. Most insects do. You don't even have to be a stick insect for that.
Qu'est-ce qui vous fait penser que ce phasmidé dans le coin?
Some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
La coupure du journal est votre seule preuve.
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
On est vraiment enthousiasmé par ce cryptide.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de si particulier à propos de cet insecte brindille?
I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special.
Le visage de la femme rougit de honte.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Parlez-moi de Morel, son apparence, sa personnalité, votre relation.
I'm not sure where to begin.
Pouvez-vous décrire votre mari?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms...
Attends, le machin se camoufle en quenouille. Ok, rappelle-moi quelle taille ça fait. Comment ça? En fait, moi je sais. J'ai fait le jeu déjà. Et il se peut que j'ai déjà rencontré la bête. Essayons, si on essaie de le retrouver dans la rue, quel genre de personne rechercherait-on?
Well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with
C'est assez gigantesque comme bordel.
he has
Imposant.
longish white hair,
Disons que c'est plutôt imposant, oui.
a bit uncombed. You might say wild even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing.
Ça existe vraiment.
Likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
Très bien.
I hope I've been useful.
C'est génial, merci madame. Donc on parle pas tout de suite au Jean-Paul là? Je vais d'abord aller voir le monsieur là. Il y a des trucs. Uno, tu veux être mon ami? Non mais c'est comme les régimes totalitaires, m'en fous. Comment ça?
Fuck does Kuno care?
Ouais. Et Kuno, t'as du speed?
About it?
Non, rien.
Pest and get lost.
Et Kuno, t'as du speed?
Right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Kuno's a kingpin.
Je peux en avoir juste un tout petit peu?
Pig. Kuno ain't dealing to the popo. Not doing the pork pen for your sad speed habit. You don't know Kuno.
He's not worried about prison. He just wants to antagonize you, belying the act. He's actually telling the truth, or at least 0.00001% of it. He has a little speed. He's just not giving it to you. You need to befriend him first.
Oh mon ami!
Kuno doesn't
Oui ben va chier Kuno. Voilà. Le gosse. Pourquoi je passe par là alors que j'ai les clés? En plus je suis sûr que je peux même pas repasser. Je suis un con. Non 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 attends, je me trompe de chemin, Il y a trop de trucs, il y a la maison là-bas, il y a le truc là-bas. Ouais, trop de trucs. Il y a trop de trucs. Ça m'en fout, il y a trop de trucs. Là, il y a la boulangerie, pas la boulangerie, la librairie où j'ai pas été aussi. Je suis totalement drogué. Tout va bien. Hop là. Sauvegarder Toto. Ah. C'est si loin. Le chemin là est si long à chaque fois. Ah. Hein? Alors. Attention, incroyable personnage. Bonjour.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you, with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
En droit au but, un meurtre a eu lieu.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
Une minuscule chaise en face de son bureau géant.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
Oh, t'es mal les yeux. Ah, tu connais, c'est ton boulot, hein. Peut-être l'aider, non? L'homme se détend dans son fauteuil et continue.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
T'es un mytho, t'étais pas là hier
He
soir.
looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Le temps désigne la chaise d'un signe de tête tout en vous regardant.
He has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Je préfère rester debout.
Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
Ok.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Je lance un clin d'œil. Gardez votre sérieux.
Tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world.
J'ai perdu un point de vie parce que je me suis assis sur la chaise.
Inflating your backside.
Ferme.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
Désigne un chèque de cérémonie géant sur son bureau. Il est énormissime.
Be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Désigne un nouveau chèque.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Je vais le garder, merci.
Okay, I respect a man with principles. No handouts then.
Pose les bras sur son large abdomen et s'enfonce encore plus dans son fauteuil.
I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that.
Et tout le monde est au courant que j'ai perdu mon flingue ou quoi?
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun. When he said, don't worry, he actually meant, be very worried.
Oh, vous savez que j'ai perdu mon arme.
Everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything, it's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place.
J'ai oublié d'aller parler au vieux. Faut que je pense à aller parler au vieux après, putain.
Going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Oh. Une chance sur 2. Une chance sur 2, allez.
God.
Mais c'est pas possible.
Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
Et alors, les hommes aussi, ça pleure.
To cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't.
Où est le deuxième? Deuxième quoi?
You're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here?
Il y a 2 balles en fait. J'ai 2 balles dans mon flingue à chaque fois. J'ai jamais utilisé mon flingue. Je l'ai perdu. Le gros homme claque doux en vain. Vous êtes entré dans un état de stupeur. Harry a disparu. Laissez votre esprit se réfugier dans votre lieu.
Are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
On sait où est la première? Ah. Voilà ce que tu veux dire.
Maybe you could
Je peux pas te dire.
hands somehow in a kind of throw-in motion.
Je peux pas te spoil.
Throw in that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Ah mec, je me sens super bien.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry.
Je connais cette théorie, ouais, c'est un peu ça.
What? As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time.
On parlera
I'm an extreme
en temps voulu.
man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Ah.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Il est défoncé.
It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Je vais parler de la pendaison.
That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez.
Lupin.
I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
Je sens qu'il y a un mais.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
C'est vrai que j'ai ouvert pas mal de portes au cours de ma carrière.
I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry. This really is very simple and there's nothing shady about it.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch liar. Pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
Elle appartient à qui cette porte?
No one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
Vous entendez quoi par fuinard?
A loud black
Par le Pokémon?
weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
Retire ses lunettes et se frotte le nez.
Go there, unlock the door and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
Il remet ses lunettes. Et pourquoi vous n'ouvrez pas vous-même?
I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
Dit-il en faisant se percuter ses poings.
To send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Pareil, vous savez rien de la pendaison.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Bon, très bien, je vais m'en occuper.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
Avec des doigts.
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened
Ok, je le
socialist.
connais.
A real free thinker too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Rencontrer Joyce, la représentante de l'entreprise.
That's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Tous amis.
Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel
Ouais,
like
c'est
you
élargi.
shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy.
Pourquoi vous ne l'avez pas laissé entrer pour venir vous voir?
Actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
It's a fortress. He knows she can't get in here. He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Ok, parlons d'autre
Of
chose.
course, Harry, let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
This is weird. Not nice weird.
On peut parler de mon arme perdue?
Your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
Un clin d'œil.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Attendez, si ça se trouve, quelqu'un a acheté l'arme au prêteur sur gage. Vos hommes ont-ils pensé?
Thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it. Now, please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important, building our relationship for the good of Martinez.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
Vous n'avez aucun chantage pour cette histoire d'armes.
Harry, I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood. Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
I assure you, we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
The lieutenant is concerned about the lost gun and feels that the fact you haven't prioritized looking for it is unfortunate, if inevitable, and doesn't put the RCM in a good light.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our
On a
hands.
tout balancé, hein. Il paraît que le syndicat est impliqué dans le trafic de drogue locale.
Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
J'aurais pas de commentaires.
Hey, you wound me, Harry, in the heart. But I trust you to put this to bed. Do what you must, and let's change the subject, shall we?
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we...
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite.
Ah de merde.
I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Oh la vache. Alors que moi, Kim, moi je t'aime. Hein. Enquête sur votre décaution
You
louche.
know what that means, Harry? Shady brew. There are so many
Kim Harry.
parts in my operation.
Kim
I
Kim.
can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about, and he doesn't care either.
Vous voulez pas savoir comment je suis rentré?
Honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age.
Je dois avouer que moi aussi je suis surpris par la résistance et les aptitudes athlétiques de l'outil dont j'ai été doté. Ah non, plutôt je suis au top de mes capacités.
Yes, Harry. You are obviously in peak physical condition, and I salute both your initiative and your physical prowess. Very impressive, Harry.
Merci.
Very impressive. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information...
Alors vas-y, autant tout faire, hein, tant pis. Vous m'appelez Monsieur Dubois, pourquoi?
Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
Mon vrai nom?
God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you?
Non.
What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
Le mémoire se porte très bien.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Lieutenant inspecteur Evrard, pardon, par-dessus ses lunettes.
Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity
Quel
right now.
bâtard. Ne vous quitte pas des yeux une seule
Don't
seconde.
just jump to the folder. That's not smart.
Putain, je peux le faire.
Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Mais selon ce dossier, quel type de flic je suis?
You're not simply a cop, you're a star.
Ah, je le savais.
Shining star in the drab-
L'étoile montante.
sky, outshining all other stars. You're a superstar.
C'est ce que j'aime chez vous, Evrard. Vous et moi, on se comprend.
Of course I do, Harry. And I'm gonna help you shine. I'm gonna put you on all the big stages. Your name in giant neon letters. Harry Dubois.
He's probably just making a guess based on your recent activity in Martinez.
Vas-y.
As you look at the folder, covers it with his
C'est réussi.
and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just
Pas un
another
dossier de la MCR.
folders you saw in the file cabinet.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Go.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
D'après le bureau de recensement, je m'appelle Harry Dubois.
Yes, that's what I said.
Déception.
Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Bien, je vais y aller, Evrard, mais on se reverra plus tard.
Debarder,
Débardeur.
But not too much.
Super. C'était vraiment génial. Il est charmant. Attends. La tata. Je vais en reprendre un, mais j'ai rien. Là, j'ai rien qui m'intéresse. Des trucs. Pouvoir transcender -2. Je vois pas trop ce que ça pourrait donner, c'est ça le problème. -2 en mise en scène. On vient. Faudrait d'autres trucs. Ah, je peux pas mettre plus. Logique 0. Oui, bien sûr. Bien sûr, oui. Bien évidemment. Ça, j'ai déjà beaucoup en vrai. Ça, c'est dramatique. Plus de suggestions? Plus de suggestions? Et faut que j'aille parler au vieux. Et... on va aller au bookstore. Et après on parlera au syndicat et ça va être dramatique. Je le sais déjà. Et prends ton temps, hein, vas-y. Hein. Bien. Ah oui, il fallait que je voie Mañana, c'est vrai. Tant qu'on passe par là. Yo Mañana.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
C'est pas mal.
Rest area on the path leading across open plains.
Note-t-il solennellement. Puis se tourne vers vous, un large sourire ornant son visage.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Tiens, t'as une idée de qui a tué le pendu?
Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Il secoue la tête solennellement. Le port est une zone suspecte de premier ordre. À ton avis, les dockers sont-ils impliqués dans le meurtre?
Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
C'est comment?
That guy was an enemy combatant.
Attends, comment ça?
An agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Ceux qui l'a tué?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He's not lying about not doing it himself.
Merci, air dramatique.
A more violent faction could easily take care of such a thing.
Ok.
This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I will
No problem.
in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
Une gorgée dans sa flasque. Voir, t'as dit que vous avez des clés pour nous.
What door is this key supposed to open?
J'attends que tu me le dises.
Of course, I got you. You don't know anything.
Ta pote le nez vous fait un petit clin d'œil.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
J'ai entendu parler d'une fuite et ça ne ressemble pas à une fuite polaire. Du coin, tu vois ce que je veux dire, wink wink.
Polar weasel? Oh, I know what you mean.
Ah merde, c'est un truc totalement raciste. Désolé. Pardon. C'est parce que je suis encore sous drogue. Ah non. Bon ben... Oui. Oui, pardon. C'était pas le but. Oh mon dieu, c'est ce flic qui est raciste.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor.
Et mais
Oh.
Nice fella.
Oh.
We talked about life and
Bonsoir Blipo, bonsoir Biranos, bonsoir le Corse, il y a beaucoup trop de gens. Bonsoir Biran, merci pour le raid, bienvenue dans l'ennui. Juste au moment où je fais une action raciste, merci, ah merci, le timing était parfait, merci pour le follow Blipo. Bonsoir Arthur, bonsoir le D, les birabros. Salut Volk, salut la Pèdre. Comment ça va? Bienvenue en enfer. Bienvenue à ce magnifique endroit qui est Révachiol. Bienvenue dans l'ennui. Ah non mais c'est de la lecture hein.
none of this mess.
C'est le moment lecture hein, je suis désolé hein.
Juggling
Bonsoir.
to feed our children, I guess.
Attendez, faut que je vous résume des trucs là. Attendez, c'est la merde. Alors, je vous explique. Alors, est-ce que des gens connaissent le jeu ou pas du tout? Ah, parce que ça va être intense hein. Merci pour le raid Biran encore. Très gentil de ta part. À quoi jouais-tu? Vie, je connais. Ah donc ça va en fait. Ah c'est gentil. T'es chou. T'as vu, je t'ai mis VIP. Merci, c'est très gentil. Pigé.
More of a philosophical dock worker, see.
Ironmon Pokémon Emerald. Va 6 Das. Enfin Pokémon Emerald je vois mais... Iron Mode. J'ai pas. Bon, alors attendez. Bon déjà bonsoir. Bienvenue. Désolé. Ça va pas être palpitant. C'est de la lecture. Mais, pour ceux qui connaissent pas. Alors, je suis un flic à rouflaquette qui a des problèmes et qui se réveille sans son flingue, sans son badge, sans sa femme, sans ses gosses, sans savoir ce qu'il doit faire de son enquête, mais il y a un cadavre dans le jardin, ok? Et il est pendu. Et apparemment, je suis alcoolique, fumeur et héroïnomane. mais ça va, je m'en sors plutôt bien. Je m'appelle Harry Dubois. Et je suis avec Kim, qui est juste ici. C'est incroyable. Qui est mon partenaire flic. Mais on dirait ma vie. C'est peut-être une photo. Écoute, c'est une photo. Très joli nez, très jolie moustache en tout cas. Et Kim est en fait un peu l'ennemi de mon poste. Moi je suis au poste 47 et lui il est au poste 51 je crois. Et donc Kim est là un peu en désarroi. Vous avez perdu votre flingue? Oui. Vous vous souvenez de l'enquête? C'est-à-dire que j'ai des problèmes. Bon, et sinon, il faut savoir que dans une partie récente, j'ai ouvert un compartiment de mon dossier de flic et j'ai trouvé un petit papier et je suis mort. Voilà. Et ma partie s'est terminée. Ça va vous? Pourquoi êtes-vous tous en grève? Ça c'est une bonne question ça. C'est une bonne question. C'est pile dans le thème là. Vos actions? Voilà, si vous avez des questions n'hésitez pas. On a descendu le pendu. Alors attends, je résume un peu quand même. Hein. On a descendu le pendu. Qui en fait était pendu mais on s'est rendu compte qu'en mettant la main dans sa bouche, c'était très visuel mais très textuel à la fois, il avait une balle dans le fond du cervelet. Compliqué hein. L'alcoolisme à mon avis, pas mal. Et donc c'est une balle qui a tué notre homme. Et apparemment il y a une grosse grève et les syndicalistes ils sont pas contents. Mais ça serait eux qui auraient tué notre gars. À voir. Et il y a un enfant qui jetait des pierres au cadavre. J'ai pas mieux. Ça va, vous suivez? Moi j'ai un peu de mal. Hein. Et sinon la particularité du jeu c'est que... Alors il y a beaucoup de lectures. C'est pour ça que c'est le coin lecture. Hein, c'est un jeu de mots. Et c'est aussi pour ça que je paye mieux ma gueule. On lit, on est bien. Et apparemment on se drogue. Et c'est que j'ai des super compétences qui représentent 6x4 personnalités de mon... Pierre Lecture, exactement. De mon esprit. Comme on peut voir, j'ai 0 en logique, un peu comme dans la vraie vie. Et elles me parlent toutes. Sachant que électrochimie, c'est la pire. Voilà. Mais apparemment, voilà. Je suis plutôt bon en motricité. Hein. Tout fonctionne bien. Et bon, l'exemple, vous allez voir, hein, si vous connaissez pas le jeu, ça arrive Toujours dans ce truc textuel, c'est un point and click, c'est génial. On a une enquête à résoudre, globalement, donc le pendu. Gérer le pendu. On a 7 jours pour faire ça. Et si jamais j'ai déjà fait le jeu, mais là je refais. Et il y a déjà quelques changements par rapport à la première partie. Donc ça c'était Mañana. Et aussi, très intéressant, on acquiert du stuff qui change nos points. Donc là j'ai un style, je n'ai pas de pantalon. Oui. J'en ai bien un, mais ça ne va pas. Mais donc là j'ai bottes croco, chaussettes, petit truc de police, bonnet, lunettes, cravate et slip quoi. Il y a un petit style. Sauf qu'il y a un petit style. Voilà, c'était la parenthèse, j'ai fait un petit résumé rapide, n'hésitez pas si vous avez des questions. Une galère, laisse tomber, il y a trop de règles Nuzlocke. Attends, parce que du coup j'ai pas suivi le Iron Mode de Pokémon Emerald. Attends, une galère, laisse tomber. Hein. Nuzlocke en difficulté x20. C'est tout, juste x20. Ça va, c'est dans tes cordes, non? Va me faire croire que... Hein? Et donc avant que vous arriviez, j'ai dit un gros truc raciste, sans faire exprès. Enfin, pas moi, le streamer, le personnage, Harry de Bois. J'examine la vitre. Mais j'avais pas compris que c'était un... Excusez, hein. Oui. Donc là, voilà. Bref, par exemple, on a donc ma perception, l'odorat, qui me dit, en fait, il y a des jets de dés qu'on ne voit pas, qui sont cachés. Et là, les effluves de mazout te piquent les yeux. Ah ben, c'est génial. Donc voilà. Et c'est Jaria. Sauf que des fois, les jets de dés, on peut les faire, nous, par nos choix. Et des fois, ils sont pas visibles, comme là. Sachant que tout ce qui est jaune, c'est ma motricité et j'ai pas mal de points, donc ça devrait jouer. Par contre, tout ce qui est logique... comment? C'est mental? Comment ils disent? Intellect. Ah non, c'est psyché, j'ai 1, intellect 2. Je suis littéralement un gland. J'ai à rouflaquette. J'ai pas mieux comme description.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Et ça c'est Kim. Kim c'est un bon. Hein. Vous pensez que c'est le camion du gros dur?
This guy's proud of who he is.
Donc il a ramé le camion. Et j'ai une quête très importante. Et juste là. Où est-elle? Lundi, mardi. Non attends, lundi. J'ai trop de quêtes. Chanter au karaoké. C'est ma quête numéro 1. Je dois absolument trouver une chanson pour chanter au karaoké. Ah mais je n'ai aucun honneur. Bah nickel. Ah donc je suis... Ah merde, donc c'est bien. Je suis un flic superstar ultra libéral et sans honneur. C'est bien. C'est super. Une belle représentation de la maréchaussée. Oh non, c'est le mec raciste. Oh non. Oh non. Oh non, 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 non. Non, 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 j'ai pas envie de... Putain, il faut vraiment... Quoi ça? Les camions devaient certainement stocker du mazout ici. Maintenant, ils stockent de l'alcool. Ah bon? Bienvenue à Révacol. Ok, attention. Vous avez déjà entendu. Un Français qui parle anglais avec un accent très raciste. Enfin non, c'est pas l'accent qui est raciste. Hein, ça va vous? On va m'emmener en bateau. Allez cracher le morceau, où est la conductrice? Pour commencer, vous saviez que 6 langues n'avaient rien à voir là-dedans. Le riz de toutes ses dents. Alors pourquoi vous ricanez? Bah, je suis pas gentil. Easing. Si, c'est bien nous. Non? Ah, ok. Puta madre? Oh.
Yeah, him.
La vache. Ah, c'est qui la putata?
Familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Ils disent.
Just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool
Ok, je ne dis rien, je laisse faire. Je suis un observateur. Je regarde les oiseaux.
Where?
Oui.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
Bien sûr, oui.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
Les yeux vous fixent à tour de rôle, le lieutenant et vous.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
Il essaie d'allumer une clope, mais ses mains tremblent. Il arrête au milieu de sa phrase.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod.
Oui, mon petit Kim.
Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him.
Ouh.
It won't be easy to break him.
Ouais. Ça va pas être facile, mais en fait, 83%. Bon. J'ai fait un peu des jets pourris hein, ce soir, hein, même si j'ai fait un super saut de l'ange. J'ai envie d'y croire.
The main,
Mais 83%!
even when you're trying to scare someone, the most important thing is
3% de merde.
on your resume.
J'ai le seum. Accompagnez-moi, nous allons discuter, vous et moi. Morale critique, alerte.
What do you think we're doing right now, Runt? We're
On va être crevé.
talking.
Ah merde, non, en fait, je voulais simplement qu'on cause en privé, mais je me suis encore gouré. 83% et j'ai raté mon jet de dés, vraiment. Fallait faire 13, j'ai fait 12. J'ai envie de crever. J'ai envie de crever. Ok. Quoi? Qu'est-ce qu'il a dit? C'est quoi ça un truc? Oula, je sais pas vraiment pourquoi j'ai dit ça.
Gives you a brief silence.
Pardon Kim, pardon,
The lady driver. Let's go.
C'est visible, mais putain, mais 83%. Putain. Oui, bon ben, te fais chier, voilà, salut. Je me tire. Faut que j'aille parler au vieux monsieur. Alors si jamais, certains qui n'étaient pas là, il se peut que, la dernière fois, il y avait un vieux monsieur qui jouait à la pétanque. Que malheureusement, j'ai pris sa boule et je l'ai lancé dans la flotte. Donc il est pas très content. Mais parce que j'ai cru que c'était du lancer de poids. Mais tranquille, hein. On est bien. Donc, je lui ai volé une photo. C'est très technique. Elle est là. Je la mets dans ma main gauche. J'ai pas besoin de la mettre dans ma main gauche. André. René. Pardon. René. J'ai découvert votre poste de gay. Regarde ses pieds. Superbe.
Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
Ajoute-t-il avec un léger soupir. J'ai vu une photo. Vous étiez dessus. C'était qui la fille? J'aurais dit le regard froid.
This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
Non mais René, chill, tranquille. On est pas...
He's Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu.
C'est Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu.
Hell wasn't a nobody.
Ah. Il dira pas plus, je pense. Vous allez voir quelque chose la nuit du meurtre, pardon. Votre poste de guet donne droit sur la cour.
Yes, it does.
Ah, il hoche la tête.
I wasn't working that night. Been on 2-week leave since last Monday.
Ah. Vas-y vite. Pourquoi êtes-vous de repos?
It's a private matter.
Personnel.
To do with your investigation.
Comment ça? On a mangé un truc qui passe pas, René?
René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical
C'est ça. René, il a mangé un truc qui passait pas.
A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business.
Je suis mou, René? Mon excès de colère lui fait serrer les dents.
Nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
Faut que j'arrête un peu le café. Savez-vous que j'ai reçu 192 dosettes de café aujourd'hui? Je suis très content. Et donc, qui bossait à votre place cette nuit-là?
The boss has been unmanned since last Monday.
Comme par hasard.
There's no other
Paraît soudain très vieux et fatigué.
just me.
T'as une belle moustache, René.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
192, ça correspond à quel Pokémon? Je le sais maintenant. C'est Eliatron.
It's not actually an issue. I mean,
185, c'est Balignon. Et 189, c'est Cotovol.
Look, officer. The container
T'inquiète, si j'arrive à retenir, et que je m'entraîne à retenir les capitales des pays,
never had one
je suis
before.
sûr que je peux réussir à retenir le numéro des Pokémon.
Who's built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Alors ça change rien si vous êtes là en bas ou pas.
the possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage
Inverser les derniers. Chut.
minded individuals.
Ce sera notre petit secret. Tente-t-il d'avancer.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiners' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Et c'est un cas isolé. Il nous faut un programme, remettre les anciens sur le marché du travail, les garder motivés.
Officer, can we conclude the topic of my guard boost now?
C'est bon, merci.
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway.
Ah, je peux réessayer, mais j'ai
Well, keep an eye out.
58%.
It's sharp.
58%.
As René turns from you to his
Ça passe.
back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight,
58% ça passe et mes 80%.
displayed.
Alors que c'est pas grave, là, on en a rien à Combien y a-t-il de médailles? J'ai pas de pantalon encore.
One is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun.
Je regarde la croix.
A crowned head in front of two crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle.
Je regarde le soleil alors.
A small blue star inside an orange sun. It has the word Valiance written below.
Les médailles, René. Vous les avez eues pour...
Ivory.
Oh, les propositions. Pour courage, on va dire point d'interrogation.
For doing my duty in the heat of battle. For looking my mortality in the eye. When men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shot themselves.
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
Vous avez un freluquet?
It was on the first months of the revolution here in Revachol.
Huh?
Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really ambitious. King
En plus?
Marcel thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest.
Drissant.
Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatiel feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away. Can
Non,
you
je ne peux
imagine
pas. Hein.
the senility?
Je ne puis imaginer cela. Bien évidemment.
Really despises that Drissant fellow.
Purple velvet tunic. That isn't exactly camo.
To keep the long and bloody story short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Couronne. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion. The rebels were smart.
Ok, Jean-Michel Laure.
Come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage.
Ah, ça lui est un sacré bain de sang.
Shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw.
Ah.
Then his horse,
Oui, c'est...
driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee.
Tapote sa cuisse droite. Très bien. Et vous fait ensuite?
Grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head. Then everything went black.
Il a tué le dada.
Capitaine Arnoux, le fléau des chevaux.
Oh, c'est joli. Le fléau des chevaux.
I came to. It was all over. It was just me and Jolas Tresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me. The dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant.
Nagui, le fléau des chevaux. Oui.
That one.
René is the new Nagui. N'arrivera jamais ma gueule de keuf. Désignez votre mâchoire, j'ai une mâchoire en acier.
Right. So I grabbed the prick and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up. Through some miracle, we both survived. And the jealous freak convinced Frissel to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood. Piece and shit. He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 13 months later, I received the Sun for distinguished service. It's not worth mentioning.
You sense he's downplaying it. He did a lot more than his duty. More than anyone's duty. It's in his spine, in his billowing breast, and untarnished self-worth.
J'ai l'impression que vous jouez les modestes, René.
Carabinier stands quietly like a statue. His
What? Monseigneur Modesty is not
Monseigneur Modesty.
crawled over 7 kilometers before the cavalrymen found him and Drizant. Days later, that was.
Ah, je savais. Je savais que c'était toi. Incredibly. Oh, il y en a des fois, ils sont beaux.
And that
Ils ont des accents coupés au couteau, c'est trop bien.
with mangled half-dead prince on his back, he still managed to
Et
murder
Gaston et René, quoi.
rebels on his way.
Mes deux petits vieux qui jouent à la pétanque.
Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there.
L'opérateur téléphonique, j'avoue, c'était... J'avoue, l'opérateur téléphonique, c'était vraiment moi. Yes. He seems to go in the automobile. But il dit... He don't fond his badge. Ok, sir. No problem. Ah, c'était moi, hein, c'était moi. Hein. Très impressionné.
Maybe,
Très impressionnant.
but also bear in mind, officer. Oh no, you have to get shot repeatedly, and you need to get your hands bloody too. Really, really bloody.
Do not speak of what you know nothing about, Poltroon. Duty is something you will never understand.
Merci pour cette anecdote, René.
Such stories in those days. Many such
Je vais te retrouver ta boule, hein, t'inquiète. Hein. Elle doit flotter quelque part.
men with
Donc ça doit couler, non, une boule de pétanque. Je suis très peu pétanquiste.
Yes, René, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please bring those days back, if you can.
I'm not getting into this with you again.
Ah non, alors.
Officer, was there anything else?
You should
Non, ça va. Attends.
a heroic story of your own. Impress this old
Ouah. Est-ce que 3%, ce n'est pas 100% en fin de compte? Là. Je suis sûr que ça passe. Mais j'ai envie d'y croire. René t'a raconté ses années de guerre, maintenant impressionne-le avec tes exploits. Ça me paraît compliqué quand même. Hein. 100% is the new 100%. Putain. On peut pas attendre un peu là? Parce que attends, art dramatique, j'ai combien? Putain, j'ai 4 en plus. Ça me paraît tendu quand même. Merci d'avoir pris le temps de répondre à mes questions, mon cher René. Bon. Bon. Oh, c'est quoi? Là. Tiens. Un nouveau personnage entre en scène. Il faut aller parler aux syndicalistes, mais... Ils vont me casser le huc. Un sac en plastique. Jaune frite. Bonjour madame. Attends, juste, c'est quoi ma quête pour trouver du speed et le sniffer? Une quête aussi très importante, attention. Hein. Trouver Morel, le cryptozoologue, ouais, ouvrir la porte de l'appartement d'Evrart. Elle est où? Derrière la serre dans la cour, c'est la porte d'un sous-sol. On peut faire ça. Oh non, je suis barbant. Un peu fasciste, merde. Et surtout sans honneur. Ça c'est bien. Je sais pas si on fait la porte ou si on va dans là. Dans le bookstore. Vous apercevez une femme robuste en train de marmonner. Elle semble occupée à feuilleter des livres.
The ship takes off like a silvery mosquito, unfolding its rotor blade arms.
Lit dans sa barbe avant de reposer le livre.
Then puts down the soft cover.
Bonjour. Pas de chichi, hein, simple bonjour. Elle hoche la tête, concentrée sur sa lecture. Et de vous? Elle lève vraiment les yeux. Que faites-vous? Elle reporte son attention sur un livre de poche froissé. Bien, bien. Je suis policier. Ah. Très bien, alors... Elle rabat son attention sur les livres détrempés sur le présentoir. Elle s'en bat les couilles. Avez-vous besoin de l'aide d'un policier? Elle s'efforce de se concentrer sur le présentoir à livres. Peut-être que votre mari a disparu? Alors où peut-il être? J'aime bien le mec qui cherche des trucs où il n'y a pas. Et vous êtes sûr qu'il est en vie encore? Donc ce que j'entends, c'est que vous ne savez pas vraiment où se trouve votre mari. Scrute les alentours. Vous n'aimeriez pas le savoir? Plante son regard dans le vôtre. Mais votre chien, il va bien? Elle tape nerveusement du pied droit. Je suis entièrement prêt à vous aider à retrouver votre mari disparu. Ah bah oui, bah voilà. Mais peut-être que votre Cacatoès a disparu. Comment ça?
But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get like this. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Mais... Je vous interrogeais aussi de votre Cacatoès, madame. A-t-il disparu? Quoi? Bon d'accord. Pas de Cacatoès disparu. Je voulais m'en assurer. Je reporte son attention sur le livre. Une dernière question. Que voulez-vous dire par c'est vous le Cacatoès? Bonjour, je suis policier. Et vous?
What if the cockatoo is your astral captain?
Ah.
Or your heraldic bird?
En fait, c'est exactement ce que je vais faire. Merci du conseil. Trouvez votre oiseau héraldique. Putain de merde. Nouvelle quête. Allez. Bon bah tant que je suis lancé. Et vos enfants? Les mots fusent comme des balles de fusil. Ok, donc où sont vos enfants? C'est peut-être la maman de Kuno? À présent, elle est très agacée. Une nounou, où sont vos enfants?
You know where they are. They're at home. Smoke. Given the ladder of...
Oh, tes gosses sont en train de se droguer, hein?
No,
c'est ça? Ils fument du shit?
Getting down. Stupid disco dancing teenagers.
Je sais où ils sont en train de se trémousser sur du disco en boîte.
That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Jamrock.
Je suis policier, madame. Vous pouvez me faire confiance, d'accord? La loi, c'est moi.
Grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now.
Je crains que le danger ne soit désormais plus présent que jamais. Dites-moi quel âge ont-elles?
Girl Jolie is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them.
Vous pouvez me les décrire, n'importe quel signe distinctif, juste pour faciliter leur identification. Le flic qui en fait beaucoup trop.
That they're in Jamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party.
C'est pour mon enquête, je m'efforce d'être professionnel.
There is no investigation here. I can tell you that.
Elle attrape un livre et essaie de se concentrer. Des oiseaux marins passent au loin. Attends, je la lâche plus maintenant. Elle m'a l'air suspecte. Elle l'observait en train de parcourir le livre.
Hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
Pardon pour l'instant, je vous laisse lire tranquillement.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
C'était vachement cool. Bon bah, tant qu'on y est, on va chercher le livre. Oh bordel. Oh là là. So much choses. So much choses. Quel enfer. Et votre Cacatoès, madame.
Board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Ok, j'inspecte la pile.
Endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium. Second, there's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Cacatoès, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag.
Ah, c'est plutôt pour les binocleux, c'est pas mon truc.
Mountain of colorful board game boxes and Wirral codices.
Super. On est ici. Cependant, vous ne savez pas lire. Mince.
An extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyamdal.
J'inspecte les livres. J'inspecte, bien sûr.
Men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyamdal and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyamdal, Return to Hyamdal. And the solipsistic Man from Hyamdal and the Hyamdal Man.
Tu sais combien il en existe?
100. Man from Hyamdal and the...
Au secours! Au secours!
World. Those snow crabs are worse than they sound.
On a fait le tour?
Close.
Ah!
From Hyamdal in hell. Man from Hyamdal.
Non! Non! C'est trop! Au secours! Les gens vont me détester! Est-ce que l'un de mes livres, ça m'attire?
Nothing of interest. Only silence and the cosmic background.
Mais pourquoi j'ai 72%? J'ai raté de combien? Crevé. J'ai fait 7. Ah ouais, putain, c'est dégueulasse. Je m'en vais. Ah, que des jets de merde. Martine est, c'est ça, Martine va à la plage. Martine, on a plein le cul de faire des jets de merde. Livre de recettes nationales, Darda. J'arrive, madame, je vais vous parler juste après. Tiens, 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 des rideaux. Un autre livre barbant. Quelqu'un s'en est débarrassé ici. Fort bien. Ah.
This store is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Ah.
There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Parcours l'étagère. Tu es plus malade, félicitations.
One written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid services.
Non, faut penser à manger, hein. Oh, c'est intéressant. Comment ça fonctionne tout ça?
Platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway. Without wholeness,
ne décède pas, hein, c'est dommage.
Balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Intéressant.
Paranatural books still...
Non, ça va. Non, moi les livres, de toute façon, c'est pas mon truc. Alors.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Ah, nous, c'est Revachol qui nous intéresse.
The coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the river Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella.
Les Jardins.
The suburbs of Saint-Baptiste.
Les Jardins. Oh, les faubourgs de Saint-Baptiste. Incredible. À l'ouest.
It's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad and much larger.
Et Martinez?
You can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is, north of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Rivershell Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, Coal City is worse.
Ah oui, c'est le dodo, hein, j'ai dit, hein. On connaît, hein. Le truc, c'est que quand je fais le 19h,
And then there's the burnt
hein, je fais le dodo, hein.
in the heart of Jamrock.
Moi, ça me repose, hein.
Is it cold in this bookstore, or is it just you?
Madame, pourrais-je acheter ces cartes?
Sorry, officer. The map of Martinez
Elle a l'air charmante.
is unavailable. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Vous avez l'air de sous-estimer mes moyens, mais bon. Quand même 14 thunes, hein. Hop là, je la vole.
You peek at Silky,
Yes!
waiting for her to be
C'est passé.
When she's not looking, you deftly rip the map off the bulletin board. You're now the proud
Kim n'a rien vu quand même.
of Martinez, which, to
Yes. Je m'en fous, j'ai la fierté d'avoir volé un truc.
black on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell. You will attain a place on this shelf one day, or die trying.
Ouais, ok, ok. Il y a un truc là qui est un livre d'images en couleur. Un livre de magie. Mais attends, moi je veux trouver le truc des oiseaux là.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same. A couple of
Non mais ça on s'en fout.
hide amidst all.
J'aurais bien aimé trouver mon truc d'oiseau là. C'est passé où? Madame! Un livre sur les oiseaux s'il vous plaît.
Welcome to Crime, Romance and Biographies of Famous People.
Je vous adresse un salut amical.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
T'inquiète, je t'ai déjà volé un truc.
Looks powdery and painted from all the makeup.
Êtes-vous propriétaire de cette boutique?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
La voix aiguë vous semble familière. Vous lui avez déjà parlé à l'interphone. Ah mais oui, je cherche un livre sur les cacatoès.
Talk about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
Votre fille est celle qui est plantée dehors, exact?
Yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Oui, bien sûr, oui.
Wonderful. Did you talk to her?
Oui.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
10, elle est très polie et serviable.
Her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children,
Pauvre gosse.
I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
Annette est une véritable petite soldate. Une formidable valeur ajoutée.
Young girl should be. With the
Yes, merci pour les thunes.
she'll have a bright financial future.
Je suis néolibéral. Oui, je change de sujet.
Scans the store.
Vous me conseillez un livre?
You were already doing good, browsing the shelf.
Non, c'est bon, je m'en fous. Non. On va aller voir les trucs des Cacatoès là. Il m'a dit à côté des biographies. C'est vrai, les biographies?
Shelves full of biographies of famous
Oui.
people. Browsing through all the books with all suddenly a particularly odd title, High Speed Love.
Je lis très vite.
Next to that,
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Read.
Je casse les couilles, madame.
I did not mean to.
Mais en dessous les Cacatoès. Ouvert d'automatique. C'est bon ça.
this book
Dessous les
is
Cacatoès.
strictly about crime.
Come, sir, please.
Ah bon?
Can't have you end up like opening a police.
Mais on a dit les Cacatoès. Moi je cherche les Cacatoès.
Shelves filled to the brim with
Non, non, pas bouquin possible. Mais c'est là alors.
a sulfur-crested cockatoo
Ah.
on the cover. Its beak
Merci.
slightly open. It looks as if the bird
Je feuille le livre.
that there are so many different cockatoo species.
Alors là on va s'amuser là.
You don't have behavioral problems. That's garbage. You're a sulfur-crested.
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
Allez hop, on vole le guide sur les Cacatoès.
Wait for the storekeeper to be distracted.
Rien à foutre.
She's not looking. you haul the tome of cockatoos into your pocket.
Let's go les caca. Ouais. Pardon.
It's quite a challenge, but eventually.
Bien. Donc là j'ai un livre sur les Cacatoès. Ça que vous êtes en train de me dire. Que je peux lire. Je peux interagir avec. Va vous faire cet affront quand même.
A cockatoo is a parrot with a rectile crest found on the Seminole Islands and in southern Fas à la mer.
Face à la mer. Calopassie, je connais.
Cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues. This book talks about the delicate nature of twos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated.
Ah bien sûr, je lis les informations sur Cacatoès Mégamajestueux.
The most impressive of all the species, the
Et tout moi.
endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and
des gros oiseaux quoi.
Nature. In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species. It must be glorious to behold, dark pink and snow white.
C'est génial. Et je peux interagir avec la carte de Martinez.
Features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to
Ça c'est peut-être plus intéressant par contre.
Locations. Your finger moves
C'est un itinéraire sur la grille.
The various streets. Across Rue de Sangis Lane and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun, and Martinez finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently.
Ok. Y a encore juste un truc qui me chiffonne là, on verra. Alors ça, qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Qu'est-ce que ça cache?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer.
Oui, bonjour.
Strictly for employees only.
Sur Madame, qu'est-ce qu'il y a derrière les rideaux?
Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
Oddly,
T'es qu'à frustré?
she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Je les ai mis l'étrange breloque en forme de cage.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish with empty eye sockets.
Chelou ça.
Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain.
Oh yeah, Space Viking. Coucou, bonsoir, merci pour le flow. J'ouvre les rideaux.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the
Bienvenue.
voice of the shop
Bien
owner
évidemment.
cries out once more.
L'ennui. L'ennui est bientôt terminé. Hein. Il est bientôt minuit. Faut se lever demain. Hein. Putain. Oh.
Sir, don't touch that. I told
Oui.
you it's off limits for the customers.
Elle serre la main autour de son pendentif, ses doigts triturant nerveusement le talisman.
Psychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
Comment ça, trop dangereux?
Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Je m'en fous, vous m'arrêterez pas, je vais les ouvrir.
Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Extreme?
Lies. Rip them open, we say. The
Oui,
curtains,
hein, ça va s'ouvrir. Hein.
with age and covered in dust, hang before you.
Ouais, j'ai déchiré. Let's go.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire?
I warned you, you're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
Attendez. Attendez, j'ai peur. J'ai un peu peur. Attendez. Hop là. Non, pas sous le pantalon, bordel. Pas de pantalon. Arrête. Merci. Pas peur, hein? Ok. Les silhouettes fantomatiques de sèche-cheveux. Ah bon? Portrait d'un homme vaguement androgyne. Hop, le coup d'œil, cette coupe de cheveux féminine menace votre masculinité. Oh là là. Vite.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and What if you just break it down?
Alors j'adorerais la défoncer, mais 58%, ça va... Je devrais peut-être la défoncer, mais pas avant d'élaborer une stratégie.
Take in your surroundings. You need to have a solid ground and a proper posture if you want to succeed.
Ok, je vérifie d'abord ma posture.
Solid core. You've got this. With one shoulder forward, you're ready to smash into...
Je suis un animal en rue. Inspectez votre environnement.
The room is dimly lit and littered with old barbershop rubbish. But the path to the door is clear.
La porte?
It's made of a solid block of wood, but it has stood there for ages. The hinges are old and coated with a carmine layer.
Bon bah let's go, 60, c'est passé à 72. J'ai envie d'y croire. C'est passé. Je peux pas croire que c'est passé. Hein? Pas passé? On m'a dit que c'était...
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Putain de merde, j'ai plus de soins. Défoncer la porte en criant « J'emmerde le système !» Mais oui! Bleu! Voilà. C'est beau. Ah, qui m'éblouit, attends.
What is this place?
Je sais pas qui, mais j'ai mal la tête.
I have to explore an abandoned gym, you know? Besides, no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from...
Sacré Kim.
Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Merde. Il y a une raison pour laquelle personne n'est venu ici depuis des lustres?
Because it's closed.
Ah, ça se tient, oui.
Let's move on, shall we?
Ouais, bah explorons les lieux. Plus tard. Le sport, ça fait peur, hein. Je comprends que ça soit fermé, hein, Kim? Ça vous embête pas que je vous éclaire la gueule comme ça? Apparemment non. Ah, nickel.